Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we will learn about topological sort. Now, first of all, let us see what is the definition of topological sort. It is a linear ordering of the vertices in such a way that if there is an edge in a directed cyclic graph going from vertex u to v, then u comes before v in the ordering. In simple language, it is like, say, we are given three nodes and it is our acyclic graph. It should be directed plus acyclic. Acyclic means there should not be any cycle in the graph. If there is a cycle in the graph, then this algorithm will not work. Now say these are our vertices A, B and C. Now it is saying if there is an edge between A to C, or you can say U to V, then U will come before V. That means A will come before C. If there is an edge from A to C, then A will come before C. Now all you have to remember this thing only. If there is an edge from U to V, then U will come before V. Now let us take one example. Say this is our example with three nodes A, B and C. Now here you can see there is an edge from B to C. That means B to C means B will come before C in our ordering. And there is an edge from B to A. That means A will come after B. And there is one edge from A to C. That means A will come before C. Right? So in this case, our linear ordering will be this BAC. We will learn an algorithm to solve this type of problems. This is just for our understanding what is topological sort. Now there are two important points. First is graph must be a directed acyclic graph. If your graph is not directed, that means arrows that we are using in the graph are not pointed, they are not directional, then this algorithm will not work. Moreover, it should be acyclic graph. If there is cycle in a graph, this algorithm again will not work. So this is a must condition. The second important point is there may exist multiple different ordering. You may get multiple answers from same graph. We will see this in our example. So these are two important points. Now let us start with our example. Say this is our example. This is our graph for which we have to find linear ordering such that if there is an edge from U to V, then U must come before V. Now our first step is to find in degree of each vertex. Now let us find in degree of each vertex. Now for vertex E, its in degree will be 1 because there is a single edge coming towards E. So its in degree will be 1. Same way for node A, its in degree will be 1 because again there is a single edge from C to A. So its in degree will be 1. For F also it will be 1. For B, now see, for B we have 3 incoming edges. Here you can see. So its in degree will be 3. Same way you will find in degree of each vertex. After computing in degree, it is very simple. All you have to do is find a node with in degree 0. Now add this node with in degree 0 to your output. After adding this node with in degree 0 to your output, we can take this node and its outgoing edges out of the graph. Now let me explain how we will do it. See, we have already computed in degree. Now node C has in degree 0. So we will add this node in a queue. See, this is a queue. Now it might be possible that in some example you may have more than one node with in degree 0. Let us say we have two nodes x and y with in degree 0. Then we will add all these nodes in our queue. Queue is our FIFO structure, first in first out. So we can remove or add one node at a time. So first I will add x and then I will add node y. Now we have added C. Now whatever we are doing, it will be done in a loop. That means for each pass we have to repeat same process. We will find the nodes with in degree 0, add them to queue. Now remove a node from queue. There is a single node. So we will remove this node and add this node in our output list. Now this topological ordering here on right hand side, it shows our output list. So we will add C in our output list. Next step is, now this is very important, pay attention. We will remove or take this node out with its outgoing edges. This is our node C. We are taking it out with its outgoing edges. See, this is the rule. Whenever we delete a node from a graph, we always delete its incoming and outgoing edges also. Since it has no incoming edges, we will delete all outgoing edges. Now, if we are deleting all outgoing edges, we need to update in degrees of A, B, and D, right? Because earlier A had in degree 1 due to an edge from C to A. But now we have removed this edge, so we need to update its in degree. Now, in degree of A is 0. Now, whenever a node has in degree 0, we will add this node in our queue. Done. Next, we will update in degree of B. It will be 2 and then D. Now, since it is not 0, so we need not to do anything. We need to take action only when a node has in degree 0. Now, this was our pass 1. Next, we will again repeat same process. We will remove a node from queue, add this node in our topological ordering. Here we have added this node in our linear order, that will be our output. Now remove this node A from our graph with its outgoing edges. Done. Now we need to update in degrees of E and F. Now it will become 0. So whenever a node has in degree 0, need to add this node in Q. Now we have two nodes. Now this is very interesting point. So what should be our process? Should we add E first and then F, or F first and then E? Now here comes our second important point that we discussed earlier, that there might be more than one answer to your question. Now if I'm adding E first and then F, then my topological order will be something different than if I'm adding F and then E. Okay? Now both the answers are correct. You can take any pair, any combination. In this example, I'm taking E first and then F. I'm taking alphabetical order. Okay. Next step is to remove a node. Now in Q, we always delete a node from front. So I will remove node E from here. Add this node in our topological order. Done. Remove this node with its edges. Done. Now we need to update in degree of B. Now after removing node E, in degree of B will be 1. It is 1. We will not take any action. Next, again same step. Remove a node from Q, add this node in a topological order. Done. Now we will remove this node from our graph. See, we are not actually deleting any node from graph. Just for the sake of understanding, we are just marking them with dotted lines so that we can understand, okay, now these nodes are not part of our active graph. Just for the understanding, in actual, you will not change or update your graph. So we will delete this F, update in degree of B, it will become 0. So we will add this B in our Q. Done. Again, delete a node from Q, add this in a topological order, same process. Remove node with outgoing edges. Now we are left with only a single node, update its n degree. Now n degree of D is 0. We will add this in a queue. Then again we will remove this node, add this in our topological order. See, and then we will delete or remove or take it out from our graph. Done. Now at this point our queue is empty and there is no active node present in our graph. Active node means any node that is unexplored, right? So at this point our algorithm will stop and we will get our final answer. This is our linear order. Now we get this result when we are taking E first and then F. Now there was a situation earlier where we need to decide what we need to insert first in our queue, whether E or F. If you are taking F first, then we will get answer C, A, F, E, B, D. Both are correct. You can take any answer. So this was our example. Next we will see all the steps that we have followed. First was compute in degree of all vertices. Next we will find any vertex with in degree 0 and insert in our queue. Now this is our repetitive work. While queue is not empty, delete a vertex from queue and add to our topological order. Now say the vertex that we have deleted is U. For all outgoing edges from U to V, we need to update in degree of V, right? Let us say in degree earlier was 6, then we will update it as 5. So this was our next step. In degree of V is equals to in degree of V minus 1. Now if in degree of V is 0, then again we need to insert it in our queue. This is the process that we have followed in our example also. This is just for your understanding. Yes, we have followed same steps in our example also. Next, now this is very important. If any vertex is left, now let us say there is a vertex that is left in our graph. Your queue is empty, but still there is a vertex left in our graph, then you can conclude that your graph is not a cyclic. This was our first condition, that your graph should be cyclic as well as directed. If your graph is cyclic, that means there is a cycle, then in that case there must be at least one vertex that is left untouched. So this was our algorithm. Next is complexity. Its time complexity is order of V plus E, where V is number of vertices, E is your number of edges. Auxiliary space or extra space needed is order of V. Next are applications. Now this is very important. See, topological ordering we can use whenever there are dependencies between jobs or instructions, anything. It is like you can start your job 3 only when 1 and 2 is completed, right? Same way, you can start your job 5 only when your third and fourth is completed. Whenever there is such type of dependencies, then we use topological ordering. Next is instruction scheduling. Again, same dependency logic. Ordering of formula cell evaluation when decomputing formula values in spreadsheet in Excel. There also we use linear ordering. Determining the order of compilation tasks to perform makefiles. And last one, data serializations and resolving symbol dependencies in linkers. So main keyword is dependencies. Whenever there is dependencies, we can use topological ordering. So that is all for today. I hope you learned something from this tutorial. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. In next tutorial, we will learn how to find all possible linear orders from a given graph. Okay.